Hey everyone, hope everyone's having a wonderful, wonderful day. So I'm gonna be reviewing the movie The Ant Bully. It has Julia Roberts, Nicolas Cage, Meryl Streep, and Paul Giamatti. Don't know who Paul is. I know Meryl Streep. I heard about us. I think I remember her somewhere. I can't remember. Nicolas Cage, yeah. Julia Roberts, yeah. Alright, so the movie's basically about Lucas. Lucas the Destroyer, basically. So he's the ant bully. He bullies the ants because he's being bullied himself. And he's basically picking on the ants because they're smaller than him. Alright, so the movie does come with... So the 7 animated shorts are basically Lucas just terrorizing the ants. Most of them. One short is basically him using a monster truck to drive around the front lawn, and then using the anthill as a ramp to jump over a bunch of soda cans. Let's see. Another one is where they move in. Another one, he's using a magnifying glass to burn the ants, or burn the ground around the ants. God, Lucas is a psychopath in this movie. Well, maybe a sociopath. He thinks bullying the ants will make him feel better, that he's being bullied. He's mean to his mom because she tries to, she tries to help, but she quickly leaves to go to, their wedding vacation. You see more of that in the additional scenes. My God, I really wish some of the deleted scenes were in the movie. One scene I really wish they kept is the exterminator scenes. First deleted scene is basically, Hova, the ant, grabbing baby ants that just hatched and, basically saying, okay, this one's gonna be a scout, this one's gonna be a warrior, regurgitator, basically telling them where they're gonna be in the hive. Well, in the anthill. I think that's the only... No, that one, and then the second one, where we see Lucas's mom and dad packing for the vacation. The dad pulls out a thong, then puts it on top of his head. Wait, no, not a thong, but definitely sexy underwear that he puts on his head. The wife starts laughing. The daughter comes in, takes a picture, and says, I want an increase in my allowance while this is being posted on the internet. God. Yeah, the sister really doesn't do much in the movie. You can basically cut her out in the movie and nothing will change. Most of the time. Yeah, most of the movie will just stay the same if she wasn't in the movie. Other than trying to attack the ants when they get into the house, that's pretty much all she does. And even then, immediately cuts to them leaving the house and going back to the anthill. So my question is, what was the point of having the sister in the movie? Alright, next scene is Dad answers the door as exterminator. The dad still has underwear on top of his head talking to the exterminator. The exterminator is basically threatening him, saying that, come on, you're the only house who hasn't signed for my service. I exterminated every insect in every other lawn around the neighborhood, and yours is last. He tries to get him to sign, but the dad wouldn't sign. I really wish they could have kept that scene into the movie. It makes the exterminator look more intimidating, and it does make more sense when he talks to Lucas saying, oh, your dad forgot to sign the contract so I could exterminate, the ants and the other insects on your front and backyard. Because it's clear that the exterminator was tricking Lucas into signing the contract. I really wish I kept that scene. Another scene that adds more to Stan or Stanley in the he's calling the delete scene. Now the rest of the delete scenes are basically like storyboard. One scene is we see Lucas's mom and dad going on their little wedding anniversary. We see definitely they changed the design of them. The mom is more slender and the dad is more like bulkier. They go into like a show in Vegas where they see they walk past posters like Michael Jackson, Barbra Streisand. What was the first poster they put? And something about like the Digging Divas. Okay, they go by Michael Jackson poster, Barbra Streisand, some female celebrity. I'm trying to remember who was it. Britney Spears. It was Britney Spears. God, how did I forget? How did I forget that? She was wearing that like Baby One More Time schoolgirl outfit with some cleavage showing, but not a lot. He noticed the pictures that they were taken during. Knows his wife is sad, and says, "You're so worried about Lucas." He then gives her the phone to call him to see if he's okay. He is a good. I wish they kept that scene in the movie. It would have shown that the dad is a really nice guy that does care about his wife and kids. Let's see. They also changed Grandma's design too. They made her at least like 10 years younger in the deleted scene than the actual movie. This scene would have took place after she saw Lucas being carried out of his bed by the ants. So she basically believed that aliens have came in and shrunk Lucas. No one believes it because everyone thinks he's crazy. Well, the sister thinks Grandma's crazy. And Grandma basically is trying to keep Lucas safe by, not trying to accidentally step on him. And she leaves like food out for him to eat, like sugar and other stuff too. But the scene I really wish they could have kept is the basically Stan in his office. He captures a fly, rips the wings off of the fly. It really would have shown him as more like a sadistic villain. But again, his character is basically, he loves being an exterminator. That's pretty much it. He's barely in the movie. He shows up in the beginning. Then doesn't show up until much later. Like, for the final fight. And that's about it. Like, we don't know nothing about the villain. The villain has no character. Most of the other characters have no characters in this movie. I really wish they kept all of the scenes. It gave each of the characters more character. So in the movie, Zoc, the wizard. Oh, there was also another deleted scene about Zoc. Where Zoc, we see the exterminator killed Zoc's mentor. Another wizard that was teaching Zoc magic. Him and some other ants were killed by the exterminator. But because Zoc was a child too in this scene, he was the like on top of a leaf, being safe from the poison gas the exterminator did. I honestly wish they kept that in. It would definitely explain as to why later in the movie he does say like them, talking about like humans. It definitely would have explained why he hates humans so much in the movie. Really wish they had kept that in. So the animation is nice. The characters are okay. Hova's probably the best character in the movie. She basically believes that we can... So she basically believes that Lucas can change. And that maybe we can talk to him. And I want to say she's kind of like Lyra Heartstrings. Kinda. Well, fan Lyra. She's kind of obsessed with humans. Inhuman stuff. Let's see what else. What else? All right, there's a bully that shows up in the movie. Only shows up 3 times. That's it. We don't know anything of the bully. I do kind of hate the ending where Lucas basically becomes a bully to the bully. He turns the bully's friends on him because the bully was mean to all of his friends. None of the friends have names whatsoever. I don't think the bully even has a name. God, I kind of wish this movie was a little bit longer. We could have gotten some more character development from many of the characters, but no. Hey. But the movie still is a fun movie to watch. Let's see, we got the water bug character and the light bug. Oh god, they added him. So there's a scene in the movie where Lucas gets eaten by a frog. The fly was talking to his friend, this bug. He lifts it up and it's just his head. And you can see some of the innards hanging from his neck. Probably the most disturbing scene in the entire movie is where Lucas God, I'm gonna puke. Yeah, well, I really didn't need to see the bug dead and being almost digested up to his neck. Kind of weird they added it into a kids movie, but hey, it's not my movie. Also, I didn't need to know that Zoc and Hova had a thing. There's 2 scenes where Hova has a feather duster and starts tickling Zoc, which is clearly I mean, I don't judge as long as no one gets hurt. If that's what you're into, that's fine. I didn't need to know Zoc has a likes tickling that much. Anyway, so Zoc makes a potion, shrinks Lucas. Then they take him to the hive where he meets the queen. And then they decide to... Hova basically says we should teach him Ant's way. Basically, reform him, make him a friend to help the colony rather than kill him. Well, Zoc wanted to study him and then kill him. And, Hova basically tries to get him to reform. He starts making friends with the ants and becomes nice by the end. I do like the scene where they show him, the wall paintings. And he gets reminded of the exterminator coming. And then he tries to stop it and saves them. That's a nice scene. Though in the video game version... Oh, yeah, right. There's a PS2 game of The Ant Bully. Lucas never has that in the game. In the movie, that's basically his melee weapon for the game. It is a shame he don't get to play Zoc. And yeah, Zoc has magic in the movie. Kind of wish we could have seen more magic, but whatever. Okay, the house level is really long. Lucas does get the powers of an ant where he's able to walk on stuff like ants can, which is cool. He's also strong enough to lift an entire wasp and climb to safety with it. Even lifting it with one arm is pretty impressive. The frog boss fight in the game was a pain in the ass. The wasp boss fight is definitely another pain. Yeah, in the movie, he stings a firecracker. Lucas then grabs a piece of glass, lights the firecracker. It's the same firecracker the bully threw at Lucas when he was trying to flood the anthill in the beginning. It didn't go off because it was a dud. It was used again to blow up one of the wasp. I still don't know what wasp it was. It was all blue. I have never seen a blue wasp before. So far, I mean, the movie is very fun. Flawed, but fun. So this comes a Happy Feet. You got a game? Huh. I think I played it before. Hated it. Oh, and I like the DVD case. It's unique. It's not just a zoom in on their faces and they slapped it on the cover. Oh, and I do like how they made the hole here, the entrance to the anthill. That's nice. I think that's the queen right there. I'm glad they added her on the DVD case. She shows up for less than a minute in the actual movie. Shows up in the beginning, we don't see her again until the second. Until like the ending of the movie where Lucas grows back to normal size. Naked in the front lawn. I don't understand why he didn't just go into his home to drink the potion rather than drink it in the front lawn and basically grew naked on the front lawn for all to see. I don't know, don't care, not my movie, moving on. The villain gets shrunk by the potion. Not ant size, but like little person size. It does kind of look mutilated a little bit. One eye's bigger than the other, and he looks misshapen. Then gets stung by wasp as he runs away. So all in all, the movie's fine. I know a lot of people don't like it because of the message. I guess the message is revenge is always good, I think. I don't know. But I like the movie. And I like the game, too. So I hope everyone has a wonderful, wonderful day.